welcome back to a brand new video, and the Rams have just clinched a playoff berth with this win over Arizona Cardinals. So let's smash the like button for the Rams up here and for John Wolford. So let's get into this performance. I would say this is definitely a team performance that we saw. Yes, you could say that maybe the offense didn't play very well, but I may be the only one who feels this way out of all of you guys, but I feel like this isn't as bad or inconsistent as what we've seen from the Rams offense the last few weeks, where it feels like they're lifeless and Goff is making bad decisions and everything. This did not feel that way. The offense only, guys, get this, they've only put up, I believe it was 9 points. That's all the offense put up. The defense got a pick 6 and a safety. Well, I mean, it was a technical safety because it was a holding call and it pushed them back into the end zone because it was in the end zone. So that's pretty much how the safety went there. But hats off to Troy Hill there, and the defense just played amazing. Granted, Kyler Murray was out for most of the game, just battling with an injury that came off of a sack and partly what happened the week before against the 49ers. So yeah, you could make an argument for that, but I think the Rams, I think this is the game where they had Wolford's back and they wanted to make sure he was as comfortable as possible. I'm not gonna lie, when I first step out there and throw that pick, it was almost a pick 6, but the pick on his first throw, I was like, oh gosh, this was a bad decision, and I was already getting down. And then the next drive he was inaccurate, and like we all saw that he was just being inconsistent. But he started getting into a rhythm, and that's when I started loving what I was seeing. And this is where I could see John Wolford being a guy, I mean, this is just off of one game, but being a guy that can lead the Rams to victories. And again, this, even though we only put up 9 points in this game, without Cooper Kupp granted too, I don't feel as bad as I have the last few weeks with the Rams, just because it doesn't feel as inconsistent as what they've been doing and all the struggles and lifeless. It just seems like the team really wanted to have him succeed. And guys, the scramble game. Okay, he didn't break 100 yards on the scramble game, that's for sure. But at least seeing a guy who can do that, he was breaking the blitzes. He was making all the blitzes look silly, and he was escaping. And there were some design runs in there like I thought we would see. We actually saw more of an aggressive part than I thought we would see from Sean McVay. I thought he'd be a little bit more conservative. Yes, do some of the design runs for him, but I really thought that it wouldn't be very aggressive. But we saw deep shots a lot in this game, and that was really refreshing to see because we have not seen that much. The percentage rate is very low. There were some plays where we definitely should have scored tons on offense, like one comes to mind, obviously the Akers one where he fumbled. I still think that was a forward progress thing that he was thinking and it got poked out, but anyways, what can you do? But that one comes to mind, but also there's one where he took a shot to the end zone to Gerald Everett, and it was dropped. It was a beauty of a ball there, but it was dropped. So there's definitely some chances there that the offense definitely should have scored, but it doesn't feel as bad as it has in past weeks. It just feels like there was life in this offense. The scramble is a new element to this. I was never, after Wolford got settled in, I was never worried. I thought he was very methodical, and it looked like he knew what he was doing. It just looked like he was controlling the game and making sure he was doing what he needed to do and not get too caught up in the moment of like the interception to get him down. So this was such a team performance that we saw. And again, you could argue that the offense didn't step it up, but I think that they did compared to weeks before. And I think McVay started getting conservative after halftime a little bit more, and after they got up in the game, rather than trying to go aggressive all the time. But we did still see some deep shots. So I think that if the Rams really wanted it, they could have gotten more offensive scores. But I just gotta say, I'm gonna make a video about this later, but Wolford could be the starter. I don't see McVay putting him in this week, but that's a video for another time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and please make sure to subscribe if you are a Rams fan.